Hello lore seekers, let's talk Destiny. Now that you know the basics of Destiny's world, it's time to get acquainted with the enemies that you'll be facing in the Sol system. It's important to remember that while all of your foes serve the darkness in one way or another, trying to stomp out humanity's light, they are all separate powers, with their own inner conflicts and agendas. This is a free-for-all war, where only the strongest will claim victory. There are no alliances. To begin, we'll be talking about the most prominent threat in the Sol system, the Fallen. First encountered in the very wake of the collapse, the Fallen are split up into 5 houses that we know of, those being the House of Devils, the House of Exiles, the House of Kings, the House of Winter, and the House of Wolves. The Fallen are ruthless scavengers. They arrived on their massive ships in the wake of the collapse to loot and pillage our devastated worlds. There are hints of ancient nobility to the Fallen, the scars of lost grandeur. The kells of their scattered houses still claim to be royalty, but they leave only grief and wreckage in their wake. The Fallen rely on a caste system, with the weakest Fallen docked to their lower pair of arms and given only knives to defend themselves. The strongest being given immense power and outfitted with the very best in the Fallen armory. Leading the Fallen are servitors, living relics of the once mighty Fallen civilization. Packed with ultra-sophisticated machinery, they process matter and energy into the ether that the Fallen depend on for life. In battle, they support the Fallen with defensive systems and their own powerful energy weapons. Outside, they anchor Fallen communications and provide vital technological acumen. While I try not to rely on speculation for these videos, there is a prevailing theory that paints a tragic picture of the Fallen. Many believe that the Fallen were a race not unlike humanity, once blessed by the Traveler's light as we were, but fallen from grace and tainted by darkness. If this is true, it paints a sombering picture. How many races has the Traveler assisted in this way? How many have failed? Are we doomed to become like the Fallen, a shell of our former selves? Next, we find ourselves faced by the most insidious and spine-chilling foe that humanity has ever encountered, the Hive. The Hive are an enigma, an ancient, festering evil. They are antipathy to the light, transcending hatred. To the Hive, the internal struggle between light and dark is not only a war, it is a crusade. To them, all light must be devoured so darkness can reclaim the universe. To explain the terror of the Hive, I need only recount the last memories of a guardian whose light was tragically snuffed out by their power. We were overwhelmed. I could not save mine, so I have hidden myself where I might be found by the others, if they even survive. There is most likely no possibility of my return to the city. I prepare here to summarize my knowledge, so painfully won by the Guardians in our fire team. The moon has been geoengineered into an impregnable fortress, designed to support a vast number of creatures, if any mind could be able enough to create them. Are they alive? They move, they shriek, they fall upon us in ravenous waves, but I see death, decay, and corruption, not life. We discovered, to our sorrow, one massive set of gates. There are likely more. We met a towering monster wielding a sword of utter darkness. The light only made it hungry. We tried to fight and we fell. Too many times to remember. We were all brave, I assure you. May the light find guardians capable of facing this monstrosity, or I fear the moon may be lost to us forever. At the doors to the temple he fell for the last time. He fell and I could not reach him. My own light flickers. They took me down into the dark, past tiers of massed hive, more than we believed could exist. Past grisly nurseries hung with pupae, past writhing worms that they swallow whole, I saw the armaments of war. I am weak, so weak. They have clamped me to the spire while a black foulness eats my light. The wizard comes now and then to probe with her scaly claws into my systems, to inquire about my making, the city, what I have seen. I erase and dump as quickly as I can. They will learn little from me. But I am studying them. I know pain. Always pain. I have seen chasms beneath the surface falling away to green nothingness. I have seen black cedars prepared for invasion. But their strength is not their own. They draw from another source, something that corrupts, that distorts, that eats and will not be satisfied. The wizard is near. I feel her presence as a rip and a knot in the world. She tells me things that I immediately forget. I am too small to hold the vastness of them, or the terror. I am fading. I have no more that it can take. With my last light I say, prepare the city. War comes again from the moon. This time they want Earth. Breaking away from the swarms of the Hive or the noble houses of the fallen, there are the Cabal. Tactically efficient, disciplined, and unrelenting, they are the greatest known military force in the system. Their origins and ultimate objectives are a mystery, but it seems clear that they have conquered more worlds than humanity has ever known. Cabal soldiers wear pressurized armor that replicates the environment of their high-gravity homeworld. Their field tactics depend on ranks of legionaries, supported by air power, elite infantry, and ultra-heavy armor. The Cabal operate like the Roman Empire from before the Golden Age, systematically taking planets with superior tactics and unbeatable force, coming not only from their heavily armored legionnaires and centurions, but from the mental strength of their scions, using their brain power to create arc blasts that devastate their enemies. However, for all their might and strength, for all that they have dug into Mars and flung up battle walls with the bureaucratic grimness of conquerors, recent development suggests that they may be fleeing from something. That within their hard shells and thousand-folded shields is a sharp seed of terror. But of what? Does something follow them? Should we fear it too? Finally, we come to the biggest mystery in the Sol system, the Vex. They are architects of ancient and complex structures, thought to be buried within every celestial body, linked by a network unlike any on Earth. They operate in unison, directed by a single unfathomable purpose. The Vex are machines capable of traveling through the streams of time to accomplish goals that we can't begin to comprehend. Through years upon years of study, we have never been able to discern who created the Vex, if anyone. We don't know their purpose, if they have one. They are a cold and calculating force for destruction, and there is something eerie about the way they operate, hunting down the fallen House of Winter on Venus, waging war against the Cabal on Mars, and even taking a heavy interest in our Golden Age ruins. No educated guardian should sleep soundly while the Vex wander the time stream up to something that we can't imagine. Now you know your enemies. Before we start to delve into the specific stories of the World of Destiny, we will look at humanity's sister races, the Exo and the Awoken. Stay vigilant, lore seekers. Until next time.